double technical, and I got to take him out of the game. But in general, they made a couple of big threes late. One time we didn't switch out, just had different lineups in there. And one time they just made one that was a good shot. But the one on the break after the layup by Appling, I thought could have gone either way. It was a critical one. It was 60-60, and it was 63, and then they got the breakaway right after that. So learned a lot about my team. Had 150 guys back. I asked my players before the game, make them feel proud when they leave this place. If they don't, that's their fault, because this team played as hard as any team I coached this year. Questions?
Tom, is this one of those games where you may not realize it until a few weeks down the road, but this could probably help you guys come March, and that you were forced to play guys who have never been in a situation like this, and this could help you when you get Payne and Dawson back?
You know, Drew, I think it's going to help more to, I mean, those guys, yes, it'll help some, and some guys really stepped up, and they'll give us a little more depth, but I just wish you knew what Harris and Appling, I said they had to be at their best, and, you know, Keith didn't shoot it as well. Guys just can't shoot right now, that wrist. But the performance that those two made defensively, Appling has 10 assists. We have 5 turnovers for the game. That's got to be the lowest in the Izzo coach team in the history of my existence here, to be very honest with you. And did a decent job rebounding, considering, I mean, poor Travis Trice, you know, guarding a guy 6'7", and he's weighing $150, and at times he's just got out muscle. But I think it will. I think it'll help us. I think it's going to help us Tuesday, because got some guys that I questioned whether I'd want to go to war with. Some of them, I go to war with more of them today.
Tom, there's a difference between an excuse and a reason. Don't you think that it's legitimate to say that injuries caught up to this team, and losing Dawson 2 days before the game affected you?
You know, I don't know. I mean, they played good, guys. Don't take anything away from them. They played good. They made some shots. They made some plays. You know, we had our chance. We had the lead most of the game. We just couldn't hang on when we got in a little bit of foul trouble with Zell and Keith. That did hurt us, and that was one of my fears. We had some early foul trouble second half, but I don't know. Those injuries aren't going away, so I don't want to use that as an excuse, because we got some games to play, and we're going to have those two guys again. I just hope that Harris, he got beat up, and Appling is, you know, it was a heroic effort by Appling guys. I don't say that very often, but one of my guys.
Tom, I know it was over here. You're right. You dress a little bit with some guys stepping up, but specifically tonight, guys like Alvin Ellis, even Solomon, Costello, Schilling a little bit in there. That'd be big for those guys moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, we should have played Schilling more, maybe even Ghana. But, you know, Matt knows the most. We just had so many other new guys in there. We had Alvin in there, hasn't played a lot. We had Bird in there, hasn't played a lot. We had Valentine at the 4, and we didn't even get to practice this week with it because it all happened so quick. I just told him to read the playbook, study it at night, so that's what he did, because we couldn't practice as long. So, you know, I think we got a lot out of a lot of guys, and even Trice, you know, I mean, he battled for 20 minutes, and just smaller than my wife right now. We got to get some